Zdravstvuyte, Namaskar. Welcome to the Friday Meet organized by the Russian Center for Science and Culture in Kolkata. Earlier we discussed about the Indian dancing by Uday Shankar under the great patronage of Anna Pavlova. Simultaneously, like dancing or the other performances of creative art, people of India have love for another performing art that is called theatre. In all the states, in all the districts, theatre is very popular among the Indian audience, among the Indian people. And we have the rich tradition of dramas from much earlier stages of Indian literature and language, and earlier writings of drama, like in Bengali, in Awadhi, or in Magadhi, or in in many other languages, we can see in the archive of Nepal, but some of them have been translated by the Bangio Sahitya Parishad for the public reading. In Bengal, the love for theatre didn't come at the very early stage. We had our own folk forms like dhop, kheur, kirtan, alkap, akhrai, half akhrai, bolan gan, shonger gan, baul, habu gan, and many other style of folk performances. Even it reached to a certain stage that following the cultural presentations like Palagan, Jatra came into being, which was having open stage and people were sitting surrounding. But whatever it was not the theatre which we call in a modern sense. This was not a proscenium theatre. It had no such framework. But this was very popular and people enjoyed it. All these forms, which I mentioned just, are still one can witness in different parts of Bengal. However, they lost their main roots because time have changed many style, many formats. But theatre, in its true sense, came much later for the people of India, for the people of Bengal. People know an eminent poet, Rai Gunakar Bharat Chandra, who wrote Vidyasundar, Annoda Mongol, and others, also planned to write a drama in Bengali with an understanding that this will be a drama in Bengali, and the actors and actresses will be Bengali. He wrote this drama based on a mythological subject titled Chondi. However, it was never performed because of his sudden death in the year 1760. By that time, the British colonial rulers through East India Company established their power all over India and mostly in the eastern India. They made their main center Kolkata. They had everything for their trade. They brought even the dancing girls from England. They even got the dancing girls from the local feudal lords. They had horse racing and many other entertainments, or the hunting even. One can even see the replicas of hunting at different clubs of Kolkata on the walls. It is like a mural is shown, but they brought the theatre little later. Unfortunately, this theatre was not meant for the Indians. They were made mainly for the Britishers. They never allowed even the local feudal lords to enter into their theatre. In today's language, when we call as bouncers, like as the protectors, they even had such bouncers who were British or the supporters of the colonial rulers, they could stand at the entrance and could protect the auditorium from the entry of the Indian natives. However, in the same city, theatre for the people of India and by the people of India was made by a foreigner, and his name was Gerasim Stepanovich Lebedev, who came all the way from the city of Yaroslav of Russia. And it's a unique coincidence that Yaroslav was the city where the first theater of Russia was founded by Fyodor Volkov. Gerasim Lebedev could watch Volkov's theater in St. Petersburg because he had to go there following his father, whose father became a priest in that city, and there he went there with the other members of his family, with his mother, a young brother, and a young sister. Unfortunately, he was unable to attend the schools till the age of 15. But before that, he showed great interest for learning music on his own. And the way of learning was so unique that he was loved by Prince Razumovsky. On his tour to Italy, he took Gerasim Lebedev with him as a musician. He went to Vienna instead of Italy with Prince Razumovsky for some unforeseen situation, and there he played violin, which was admired by persons like James Haydn, like famous musicians, and he was allowed afterwards by Prince Razumovsky to visit other European countries like France, Germany, and England. It's interesting to note that within a short span of time, he also learned French and German and also English. And there in England, he met a British person who ultimately came to India as the governor. And Gerasim, being in England, watching the wealth and culture of India through the British eyes and the British exposure, had a great interest, like all of his countrymen, the attraction for India, love for India and her culture and her people. He decided to come to India and he got the blessings of Tsar. He came to India in the year 1785 in Madras by a ship named Rodney on 27th of July. In Madras, he performed as a musician as he had the contract with the Madras governor of Madras. He was admired by everybody, locals and the foreigners. And there he found an interest for India's culture, India's language. He wanted to learn Sanskrit, but no one supported him because that was a taboo in those days of teaching Sanskrit to a foreigner. He even went to Trichinopoli to learn Sanskrit. Unfortunately, that was also in vain. He was advised by some of his admirers and friends to come to Kolkata because Kolkata by that time became the center of British ruling clique, and they believed that political power comes out of the battle of the gun. They had their fort. They had simultaneously also other entertainments like the dances, like the horse race and the hunting, but they also never had any theater. The local people who had the theater in their mind couldn't be allowed, they were not allowed to enter into the British theater halls because they were meant only for the Britishers, and Indians were not allowed. Gerasim Lebedev, when he was in Kolkata, he watched it. He came here as a musician. His arrival was printed in the newspaper, and he performed here at many concerts. He stayed here for 10 years. He started learning Bengali, Sanskrit, and Hindustani, and there he felt that he must do something for the people of this land. He understood that the people of this land, they had different forms of entertainment like akrai, half akrai, bolan, kheur, dhop, habugan, shonger gan, and many other forms, and also even followed by palagan. The people of Bengal were entertained with the performances of jatra, but that was not a theater. All these forms one can watch even these days, but unfortunately they have lost their main fragrance through the passage of the time. However, these are very popular. And Gerasim Lebedev understood it. He had a desire to make a theater performance for the Indian people with the Indian actors and actresses, and at the city of Kolkata in the Bengali language. And that he was successful. That was the initiative of a great man who became the pioneer Russian Indologist. We will pay our tribute in our forthcoming talks, because he is the man about whom we cannot stop within 10 minutes or 12 minutes, but we need hours to talk about him. However, we'll be talking about more about him in our next discussion. Till then, we say dasvedania, goodbye, punordorshanayocho, আবার দেখা হবে, নমস্কার।